Hello and welcome to the Video Gamer UK podcast. I want you to have a great day. Should have thought of that before I started. Anyway,
every week you say the Video Gamer UK podcast. Is there like a Video Gamer France podcast?
Yes.
There is.
It's presented by Claude. There's a German one presented by Gunther. Oh. You should all go check that out.
Can we invite them on here?
Yeah,
I'd love to have like a European... We should get it, Brexit, right? We should get a European...
Is this the Cultural Stereotypes podcast? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, no. Claude and Gunther are real people. If I could do accents, they could come on right now. But I can't do accents. Anyway, my name is Simon Miller and I am joined by Alice Bell.
Hello.
David Scammell.
Hello.
And Tomori.
Hello.
You all right, Tom? You look a bit sad today.
Well, I'm just trying to keep this microphone up.
Yeah, he's got the bad mic. Before we start talking about video games, I want to do some house... No, it is not housework.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
You want to do some housework?
Do some housework.
Get the duster out.
Because we literally, before we started recording this, we put a little... I call it a statement. It's not really a statement about the Miller Report and so on.
Miller Report's dead.
Tom, shut up. That's literally what I'm addressing.
I'm so sad about it.
I haven't read this yet because I've been very caught up in other video game news.
We're going to talk about that as well. But just quickly, because I imagine most people listen to the start of the podcast and then sort of trail out as it goes on.
They get bored.
So I just want to get it out now. Like, it's not dead. It's just the Miller Report is just shifting to when we have a good opportunity or when a big game comes out and we think we can do something funny around it, we'll do it. Because doing it week by week is slowly overexposing it and diminishing returns and all that. Less is more. Means things are more powerful and more exciting. So that's it. Power. It's not dead.
But also, if you want more of it all the time, it's going to be on Patreon.
No, Tom, no, it's not. You're misselling it.
No, it's on Patreon still, isn't it?
You're going to get mini episodes like we used to do. Then we put them on as Patreon.
People love that stuff.
But simply because that doesn't take as long to film and edit.
So that'll have like all the characters in like having big discussions around boardroom tables.
No. The mini report.
Yeah, mini reports. Exactly. They'll be on Patreon. And there's no, like, even if you pay us 50 cents, it's just, they're just there.
Is that an option?
For all. I don't think
I think
$1.
$1.
You have to pay
but that's
$1,
like, what, 75p?
It might be 50 French cents.
They don't have cents.
Don't they?
But yeah, that was just
Oh, no, they do, don't they? It's a euro or something, isn't it?
Yeah, they do. That was just to clean it up. So the Miller
I'm
Report,
thick.
if you watch it on VideogamerTV, isn't going anywhere. You'll see it pop up still all the time because weeks flash by. And if you really want, well, not loads of it, but a bit more, you can go to Patreon. Patreon.com/videogamer. Pay whatever you want and you'll get access to all of that. Right.
Wow.
That's that out of the way. Do you want to talk about Evolution now, Dave? Or you want to leave it until the...
It's up to you. What would you...
Let's talk about it now, but we'll bring in the question. Just so
all right.
We've tied both in. So 10 Pints, who's at Sonic Yoda on Twitter, we'll tie this into one big conversation, did say, who the hell is left making racing games now Evolution have gone? Surely Codemasters can't keep racing games alive on their own. Now, this is obviously tying into the news that broke an hour ago?
Less than that, I'd say.
Less than that. The Evolution Studios, who make Drive Club for the PS4, are no more. And yet Drive Club continues on somehow.
It will live on, they say.
It won't, will it? I mean, let's face it. Surely that's...
What does that mean? Does that just mean the servers will remain online for a while?
Yes,
or,
I mean,
who knows?
If you're closing the studio down, you surely can't. What's the point of getting another team on board?
Well, they might be able to get a studio for hire to make some courses and stuff. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't see why they'd bother.
Probably cheaper. People
but
still
it's
buying.
Not really a super cash.
Evolution
cow,
was a big studio. I went down there.
You did
just before Drive Club came out.
Why have they closed it? What's the reason?
They're just a restructure, I think. Basically, they haven't given a reason other than
there's a lot of that going about lately, isn't there?
Yeah, it's sad though, isn't it? Because it's only just been Lionhead. I almost said Rare there, but
no, that's still alive.
I don't have any heads up on anything like that before I start getting questioned. Lionhead was only a couple of weeks ago, and now we've got.
It
Evolution.
is sad. I mean, it's always sad if a studio closes, even if you don't like the studio's games, because it means people lose their jobs, which is always the worst. That's what people seem to forget before they start making ridiculous statements on Twitter, like, well, they never made any good games. Like, it's not about the games they made.
I think I get the impression the writing's been on the wall for a long time, though.
It's been troubled, that game, correct?
Drive Club launched very badly.
Yeah.
And then last year there was the redundancies. Reports roughly half of them were let go, transitioned into a service. And it's like you hear all these words and see all these things and you think, well, they can't have, something big's got to happen, otherwise they're on borrowed time.
And
unfortunately, I think, the worst has happened. But,
well, I mean, that's kind of the world we live in, unfortunately. If your game doesn't become super, super huge, it's difficult to maintain the overheads to keep these things open.
Yeah.
And Drive Club wasn't super huge, was it? It didn't sell like 10 million copies.
It was the launch that completely destroyed that game's reputation. It was a good game, I thought. Anyway, there are some people that don't like it. You liked it, Tom, as well.
Yeah, it is a good game.
I don't think it deserved the flack that it got. But, you know, it's hard to make a racing game that can make a lot of money these days, unless you're Gran Turismo or Forza or something like that. You don't really... Like, even Codemasters, I can't remember his name now.
Sonic Yoda.
Can Codemasters keep racing going? Like, I think Codemasters haven't exactly been in the best possible place, have they?
When there are rumours that they were struggling a while back.
They've had redundancies every now and then, I think. Yeah, so... I mean, they've got a big racing game out in a couple of weeks. Got Dirt Rally on console. But, you know... That was still an early access game.
It wasn't released traditionally at all.
No, so...
He has a point, though. I mean, other than Need for Speed by the EA, what other racing games are there?
Well, we've still got The Sims from... We've got Forza and we've got Gran Turismo.
They'll always do well. Gran Turismo will always do very well.
Yeah, well, it's a name, isn't it? It's that thing, when you're around for a certain amount of time... You have that legacy brand, and people love legacy brands.
But was his question UK specific? Like, because you had Black Rock, which did splits. I loved Split Second.
But they're dead as well right now.
Oh, they closed ages ago.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So they're dead.
But even people like Criterion, like, what have they been doing? What's Criterion been doing?
I thought they're making that weird balloon game.
A weird like open world I don't know if it's open world or not, but that weird extreme sports racing game. Surely we've got to see that soon.
I think
E3.
so. But
maybe not. Who knows?
I don't know.
It depends if it carried on, if they restarted, or I don't know what state that's in.
Criterion's in a weird place at the moment, I think. It sounds more like they're a bit more of a support studio than anything. They helped on
But why would they do
Battlefield
that? Well, I guess they probably would enjoy doing that because, well, not necessarily, but if you're predominantly a racing studio and then EA say, hey, you want to work on this cool shoot? You're probably like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But they should be making racing games. That's what they're good at. That's what they've achieved time and time again. That's what we want. Damn it. So anyway.
I don't know. It's just a sad time for the UK industry.
It's always bad. Yeah. It is bad. And he is right, though. There's not that many. Remember back in the day, all the racing games.
There were loads. PlayStation. On the PlayStation, there were tons of racing games.
Well, I guess we all should have bought more racing
Speed
games.
freaks.
I bought loads of them.
No, you didn't.
Actually,
tons. You probably did, yeah. You probably bought too many
games.
and saturated the market. That's the problem. You went the other way, like when you buy too much
I
stock.
destroyed
it,
PGR myself.
You're the reason it hasn't come back. You don't like PGR3, do you? That's my favourite one.
I do. What are you on about?
I thought you thought it was the worst one.
No, PGR is the worst one.
What's second worst?
Second worst, PGR3.
There you see,
that's still a 9 out of 10.
Did you like MSR?
Yeah, MSR's like level with PGR3.
You were going to say better, weren't you? You were going to say better.
What's the best one? PGR4?
PGR2.
2? I never played 2.
PGR2 was good. Was that the cat and mouse one?
That was the best one, yeah, cat and mouse.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one, that one. That was a good one. PGR4, I wasn't that fussed by.
No, that's good. Second best one.
Oh.
I love PGR3. I thought...
Should we do a
good
PGR
launch game, though?
podcast?
Well, that's what I mean. I think PGR3 wins a lot of plaudits because of when it came out, and it was just, it looked good.
I played that loads.
I loved it.
Tons.
I thought it was... I remember, I've told this story 1,000 times, when I spent an entire day trying to break into the top 10 on time trials on half track on the Nürburgring in a Lamborghini Gallardo.
Yeah.
It was orange.
Always.
All day.
It's important detail.
Yeah, well, because that's how niche you could get with it. And I got to like number 8, and I was there for about 8 minutes. And then I was gone. And I was like, wasn't worth it. That wasn't worth it. It was a waste of my time and my life.
I got my first red ring on PGR3.
Did you?
So to speak. Yeah.
How many red rings did you have altogether?
3, I think.
I had 8.
2 or 3. I can't remember.
8 red rings.
4. I'm sorry.
One of my red rings, the guy, Microsoft set up that service.
Alison just
That's
giggling.
fine. When they set up that service where they come pick it up, fix it, bring it back.
Oh, yeah.
They brought it back and it broke within 5 minutes.
Great.
And I was like, wow, Microsoft, you are rubbish.
I didn't get any ever.
0 red rings.
0.
See, I remember one of mine did it in the middle of Mass Effect 2 and I was livid. It's like 1 in the morning.
Was
I
it
thought,
like an emotional cutscene or anything?
No, I was running through a space station and it started going weird and I was like, oh no, this is the end. Tom, red rings?
Just one.
Well, I lose that battle, don't I? Anyway, Tom, as we're on you and we're talking about racing games, would you like to talk about Trackmania Turbo for a little bit?
Just a tiny bit.
Okay.
It's good.
Right.
That's it. There you go.
Good.
Move on.
Thank you very much.
People. I was reading the comments on the YouTube video that we did, the review, and it was all like, "Have you never heard of Trackmania before?"
Oh, I know, don't read the comments.
Well, we have, but I mean, this is if you've played Trackmania
if
before.
you haven't, who cares?
This is
It's
very
some shitty video
similar to
game.
other Trackmania games, but the difference is that it's the first time it's been on a console and felt good, because I think they released it on the Wii, possibly.
I don't know.
Probably.
I reviewed it on something. I think it was the Wii, and it was a bit ropey. Like, it looked terrible. But this, it's like, it looks lovely. It's super fast. It's very arcadey. It's got that kind of give it one more go to get a faster time appeal. Instant restarts, which sounds like a basic thing, but it is essential to these kind of games. You can't hang around for loading screens. And it's good fun. And it's 25 quid.
I've watched you play a little bit of this, Tom, and it looks like you're playing a Dreamcast game. Not in terms of the visuals, but in terms of like the presentation.
Yeah.
It's very arcadey.
It is.
And it looks amazing because
It doesn't
of that.
mess around with any kind of suggestion that there's a story mode or anything. It's just, here's a load of tracks, get the fastest time.
I'm actually very excited for it.
I like it as well. It's quite good.
There's something about the Trackmania name, though, that I think
It's a terrible
detracts
name.
from it. It feels old. The name feels old now. And
It feels like something Midway would make.
Yeah.
Trackmania.
yeah, I feel like if they called it something else, people would be talking about it a bit more than they are now.
Race Wars.
No.
No, don't like that.
No, like
I tried.
Dreamcast Racer.
Dreamcast. I think you get sued for that, don't you? You can call it Dreamcast Racer on the PS4. Definitely get in trouble. It is good though. It is a lot like, it's like Tom says, because it's so shallow almost, that actually gives it its appeal because
it's really
it's just
tough,
racing.
Though. It's incredibly tough.
That makes it good.
In terms
right?
of getting, it's all about medals. You get bronze, silver, gold. Plus, there's
That's
one
a
more.
pro-am.
There's one more above that, which I'm never going to see ever. I'm just never
Like
going to see that.
platinum or something?
I don't know what it's called.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like a one beyond gold, and it's just not going to happen. I think I've got 6 golds out of like 95 events
Man,
I've
you
done.
suck at Trackmania.
It's a hard game, I think, because it's so. It's not a game where you can just race and be good first time. You have to learn the courses because they're so random a lot of the time. There's little things all over the place that will just throw you completely off. So it is like trials, like I was telling you when we did the review. You have to get good at each course to get the best times. It's really good at racing against your friends. Got loads of ghost support. Multiplayer is quite interesting. You've got 100 people in a room all going at the same time. Cars everywhere. It's cool.
And it has a great sense of speed. It almost reminds me of Burnout. It has that look to it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And the way that it looks like it handles. I've only played it a little bit, but
It's immediate as well. Like, it's
Yeah.
a racing game where within a couple of races, like, oh, I've got this down now. And then you can start to learn the smaller, intricate bits. And I like that. That's PGR3 did that well, going back to that. And I think that's why it's really fun to play. And like I said, because it looks so simple, it's not intimidating for a racing game. It's literally just like, come have fun, dude.
it's a game it's one of those games that not many people I think are really interested in. It's a budget release, so you probably think, should I expect much from it? But I think if you're into that sort of thing, from what I have seen of it, you probably get a lot out of it.
The track building stuff's crazy. I was watching the footage you gave me yesterday. You can do some nuts stuff with that track maker. I mean, I'm like Tom, I can't be bothered to do it. I'd much rather just play everybody else's, but I would assume that people can come up with some impressive stuff.
Even the random track generator looked quite cool when we tried it. It's quite quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to give it a go.
Me too.
There you go.
That's it. Oh, sorry, we're done. I didn't realise.
Trackmania.
I missed the cue. I'm sorry. As I am like with my face in this direction as well. You two have been playing Quantum Break. You finished Quantum Break.
I
mate,
have finished it,
which
yeah.
we can't talk about it in that.
No.
But we can.
I wish I could because I've got so much to say.
Well, we'll get to it, but we can talk about the first act, right? Is
Yeah.
what we're allowed
Yeah.
to touch on. So there is a gameplay video on VideogamerTV you can go watch if you just want to hear that. But it's weird because I've watched you play it. I've watched the footage. I don't think this whole 1080p thing to me seems to make any difference because I think it looks very nice.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. It's just I can't really figure out. I mean, I haven't played it, obviously, but you need to sell these things through videos and stuff. I can't really work out what I'm doing, how it plays. Obviously, it's a shooter.
Yeah.
I get that, but I don't really understand the rhythmic beats to it. It seems very bizarre to me because at one point you were saving a dude, and then all of a sudden you were in a TV show, and then you came out of the TV show into a cutscene, but it was game cutscene, and it had the guy from Game of Thrones in it, and I was like, geez, this is confusing to say the least.
I think, Miller, what happened there was you looked at the footage in the wrong order.
No, I didn't. I watched that.
Because we didn't catch anything after the TV show.
Well, that's
So
how it was
but
presented.
it is-
I mean, that
Either
is
way,
how it
thing.
plays.
It
It
is.
is game TV show, game TV
Yeah.
show.
Don't
But
try and pretend that's not the way this game works.
It is like the basic gameplay is a third-person shooter, but it has all these time mechanics that are basically gimmicky little things.
so Alan Wake obviously had the slow-mo dive,
I like that slow-mo dive
which
in Alan
was
Wake.
very simple to pick up. You know, you knew what you were doing. Whereas
It's
this
fun.
kind of takes this to the next level.
Okay.
You don't have a slow-mo dive. I kind of wish you did.
Fast mode
But-
dive?
No. Well, yeah, I guess. Kind of. Because you can kind of teleport around the place a little bit. Kind of.
Yeah, it's not really a dive.
No, it's more of a sort of...
So if I want to teleport
So
from...
you slow time around you. How do you explain
But you
this?
move in real time.
Yes.
So to anyone else, it appears that you're moving really fast.
Yes.
But
There you go.
in the game, you're moving real time and you have a power that slows your enemies down.
But you also can do that really fast move.
Oh, God.
See,
Can't you?
what did I tell you? I said it was hard to explain, and it is
It's
hard
just
to
a
explain.
shooter with some really cool time mechanics.
Right, okay.
But
It's very different to any
it
shit
does,
you've
but it
played
doesn't
before.
have the slow-mo dive.
It doesn't, no.
Which
We
is
have
the
to
key
establish
point.
that. There is no
That is
slow-mo
the key
dive.
point that if they'd had a slow-mo dive, it probably would have been better.
Well, then why would they take it out?
I think they just wanted to make a game that wasn't Max Payne because they'd have just had, you just made Max Payne again.
Well, that is true, yes. That is the intent
But
for you.
by not having it, you think, this would have been quite cool
You got the other way.
if you
Fuck you,
could have
make Max
done a
Payne.
slow-mo dive. So
But the game itself, you enjoy.
I haven't played anywhere near as much as Dave, but
It's a difficult one for me
I
to
like
talk
it.
about
Yeah,
because
you
I
play
can't
too
talk
much.
about...
How much... how can I say this and not upset anybody? Is there too much TV show and not enough
I don't know
game?
if we can say that, can
we
we?
can't really say.
I think there's too much TV show.
Let's say
I haven't
from-
played it, so I
in
can
the,
say
in the
it
first act, me and Dave recorded for about an hour and a bit,
was an hour and 20 minutes.
and 15 minutes of that, I think, of the recording were video.
No. I think the first act is about 40 minutes gameplay and about 30 minutes video.
It's not 30 minutes.
It's quite,
I think if you'll go back
Is
and
it?
watch the video, Tom, it's about
I
30
do
minutes.
believe.
before you guys played it, I was convinced that I would think it was wank, and nothing I have seen from the gameplay
I think
footage
most people will
has-
like it as a game. I think
I
it's good
think
fun.
the
Changed
game
my
looks
mind.
really good. I just don't want to sit and watch sci-fi TV shows.
There was a bit thing about that as well because it streams. It doesn't download.
You can
It's
download.
Like, can you
There is
download
the
it?
option to download, yeah.
But it's like people
to
with
get buffering footage.
people with poor internet connections will have a shit time watching their shit TV show.
I mean, I
Unbelievable.
couldn't possibly comment on first-hand experience with anything like that.
Does Littlefinger know what his accent is in this?
Ooh!
The guy
Littlefinger's
from
the Game of Thrones
Game
guy.
of Thrones guy, because in
Who?
Game of Thrones he's never sure
Ooh.
if he's Irish
Yeah.
or
I've
not.
never seen Game of Thrones.
Oh, he's in it. We
the
don't need to-
baddie. I'm sure he's
Yeah.
the baddie, right?
Aiden,
Yeah, Aiden.
he's
Does he what? Does he know what?
Everything else I've ever seen him in,
'Cause
he
he's
can't-
Irish,
He's
right?
Irish, and he can never decide if his
He's not
character
fully
is or
Irish
not.
in this.
It
No,
talks
he's
a
not
bit-
Irish in
It
this,
talks like
no.
that all the time.
Yeah.
Everything.
He looks
does
like a Bond villain.
Yeah, he does
Yeah.
like a Bond villain. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's not Irish.
Oh wow.
Okay.
He is American.
But I like Remedy games. I don't think they've made a bad game apart from that weird mobile thing they did, which was bizarre. But
Death Rally.
yeah, I didn't like that.
was
But
all right.
I think that Max Payne and I think that Alan Wake especially, I really liked Alan Wake. Because what I liked about them is they somehow came up with some bizarre twist that shouldn't work. Not twist, but a bizarre approach to things.
They're a very experimental studio.
But they make it work. It's not like, well, this I can see what you're trying to do, but it's unsuccessful. It feels really fun. And if Galon's Quantum Break feels fun, then I hate the name. Quantum Break is an awful name for a video game.
We wanted to call it Quantum, apparently. But
That's
they-
a better
but
name.
they
Yeah, the
weren't allowed
break
to
is
for some reason.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Well, break sounds like a men's deodorant.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
It
The
does.
advertising looks like it's an advertising for Gillette razors.
They're probably doing that on
Exactly.
purpose, though, aren't they? That's just like lifestyle.
Yeah, but it's terrible.
So from the first act, I know that you're a fan of it, Tom.
Yeah, from the
and you
first
seem
act,
quite.
I'd say
First act
it's a
I
good
enjoyed.
game. From the first act only, because that's all we're allowed
Yeah,
to
that's what we're talking about,
officially
first
say.
act.
The first act, if I was to judge it on the first act, is a good game.
Looks nice
It
as well, doesn't
doesn't-
it?
it looks-
Should we talk about this
I think it-
Oh, I
720
think we
stuff?
should talk
It
about
looks
it because if
amazing,
you
I
hadn't have
think.
told me it wasn't in 1080p, I wouldn't have got my lens
This is
out.
I
and
think
gone,
most
but you're,
people,
like,
unless
blind,
they're
Miller.
specifically told, most people
Well,
wouldn't
no.
fucking notice.
So why is
It doesn't look like Dead Rising 3 720p,
Yeah.
if that's what people are expecting.
it looks really good, right?
There's so many effects going on that it kind of masks the whole thing.
Yeah.
I,
Why
when we
is
were
it
playing
not-
it, I wouldn't have been able to tell that it was
I think
720.
it has a look about it that is
It has a very soft look, and
Yeah.
the lighting is
which I
very
don't-
nice.
I think it hurts it
But-
particularly, but I think it's a game that just looks really like it doesn't look like every other game. It's got its own look somehow.
No, it does. I agree with that. Why isn't it in 1080p? What's the reason? I had to come out and give a stupid reason.
The effects going
When you
on are
see it being
ridiculous.
played,
Okay.
there's just so much stuff like distortion all over the place. Like when all the time effects happen, like bits of the scenery just all move around and it looks crazy.
I don't know how many crazies listen to this podcast, but they could be out there. And right now, they'll be in their chairs or on a train or in a restaurant. I know you listen to this, going, but 1080p is objectively better.
Who listens to podcasts?
I mean, that is true.
In a
Miller.
restaurant.
No, it's not.
I'm one of them.
No, you're not, Dave, because you're a normal human. And we have had many chats about normal things. These people genuinely think that objectively 1080p is better. But would you say, when it comes to Quantum Break, it proves that making a technical decision to have it 720p has benefited the game because of everything they can do by making that sacrifice?
Yes, I'd say yes.
So there we go.
But,
there we go.
but I'd still prefer if it was in 1080p.
But you don't care, though, right?
Just play it on the new Xbox One.
Yeah.
That will probably be out at some point in the future.
I think it looks. I'd be happy if all games looked as good as this if they were 720p. But if I had an ideal world, they run at 1080p or higher.
Obviously, everyone would rather. If it was 4K, play
Of course.
4K.
Yeah, of course. Brilliant.
But I'm
what
glad they didn't
saying
scale
is-
it back to have less effects because it wouldn't
But
look.
that's
If it was
what I mean.
480p, I think, you know.
if you bumped it up to 1080p and lost those
Like getting
effects,
by a
yeah,
scar.
it wouldn't
Would
be
it-
the same. It wouldn't be the same.
would it look worse?
It did, definitely.
There we go. Meaning, it cannot objectively be better. I just want to get those. I hate those people. They come at me all the time, and I'm like, dude, it doesn't make sense because I'm telling you, I don't think that. Therefore, breaking the rules of objectivity.
It's
I've
not
seen-
one.
There's a lot of people saying like Remedy are like they're not a good studio because they haven't made it 1080p. If you see this game when you play it, it looks amazing. There's so much stuff going on. They're saying like if Naughty Dog had made this game, it'd been 1080p.
I love Naughty Dog, but I hate Naughty Dog fans.
For the-
They're always
yeah.
always rallying behind Naughty Dog. Fucking hell.
Considering the Xbox One is like proven to be quite a bit less powerful than the PS4, this game looks very, very good.
Best game you've seen?
I
Oh, sorry, go on,
do
Alice.
get really bad Uncanny Valley from the footage that you guys the
Some of it is
juxtaposition
worse than other
of,
bits,
of
I think.
the CGI characters and then like the
Yeah,
actual
that is
actors.
weird, yeah.
Because I get Uncanny Valley really bad anyway. I've mentioned it before, but I kind of get it from the Oris.
Got to be an insult, isn't it? Just
know what
got
to
to be
make
an
of that.
insult. Just coming
I
at you,
get
Tom.
I get it from twins because it's like a glitch in the Matrix in
But
real life.
we don't even look the same.
You look very similar, and you sound exactly
Yeah,
the
it's-
same
it's-
as
I'm
well.
sorry
And
for
you
having a voice.
No, but you guys sit behind me, and when he's in and you're having a conversation, it's like a man having an argument with himself.
The one thing I will say about the whole live action that I think I can say is that the character models in the game look so good. I don't know why they needed to do the live action stuff.
Because that must take you out of it a little bit, surely.
The cutscenes,
Could have just been done with characters.
they
But maybe-
look so good, but it's like a wasted opportunity that they don't have more
And when they
cutscenes that have
do-
those characters.
But maybe
Yeah.
they think you don't want to watch 20 minutes of TV show.
Yeah, but they
with
could have had, they
character
just
models.
could have had less probably. Thing is, like Dave said, the cutscenes do look when it's in game, it looks really good, and you accept it as a game, so you're more, I guess, forgiving of it not being film quality.
And it is cool when it switches to live action. You see those characters you've just seen in game and how close they
It's
look
like
to
when you see the
reality.
guy from
But-
LA Noire in a movie. You're like, oh, it's the guy from LA Noire.
Yeah, but I don't know. Based on the first episode, the first act,
yeah,
I'd imagine there's quite a big chunk of that episode that could have been cut out and
yeah.
squeezed into an in-game
And
cinematic.
even in
I
the
think.
in the first episode of the TV show, which is clear, with
which
fine
is
to
we
talk
are
about,
able to talk about.
There is a bit that is so ropey looking. It's like
We did it.
the bit with the window, and it zooms in on him looking out the window.
Oh yeah,
And there's these birds
right.
flying past the window. It looks so
Big-
bad.
Big question. Can I skip them?
yeah, you can. Yeah,
There we go. Doesn't matter. Not a problem.
bigger question. Should you?
Ooh, oh, Dave, I love it. You question time.
We'll have to answer that in a future
next
podcast.
week. Next week? When's
I
the
don't know
embargo?
when we can talk about it. Then
Not next week.
Not next week. Not next week on the podcast. Okay.
have they said, by the way, have they said whether you can skip or whether you would still be able to tell what's going on in the story if you
I
do
don't
skip
know.
the live action stuff?
Well,
I'm
you
not
must.
sure.
Oh, no.
I mean, I know
Dave
either
can't
way, but
say.
I don't know whether they've said.
They
When's
can't
it
say
out?
if the game is out on the
5th of April.
5th, but
So soon.
reviews
We can talk
reviews
about
are up earlier than that.
Well, it probably will be next week then.
No, it won't be.
Okay, well, what do I know? Absolutely. It'll be after. We'll talk about it after it's come out then, which is good because everybody else can play it. Alice,
Yes.
you've been playing the Fallout 4 Robot DLC.
Yeah, I've been.
It's not called Robot DLC.
It's not called Robot.
Automatron.
It's called Automatron.
Automatron.
I thought it was
almost there.
Automatron. Like when I had to take a docket.
She comes in. What would you like to eat?
I can't do Peter today.
I was chatting to you about this earlier.
Yeah.
I don't like robots in games. I don't like mechs. I don't like robots.
Is that a fear? Or
No, I just don't like. It's just boring. Robots in games are usually boring.
Really?
Yeah.
You've never liked a robot ever?
No, I
in a
don't even
game?
like the one in Gears of War. That Jack guy.
Yeah. He's not in 4.
I know. So, although 4, we may have a chat about that soon.
Really?
Maybe. Yeah.
Whoa.
You know this, right? You
I
just
think I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just playing along.
You've played most of it now.
Yeah, I've literally like
Most of Gears of War 4.
Jim came in and
So ridiculous.
Jim came in just as I was about to chat with the final boss guy. So you have a big fight
Really?
and then you have a chat bit.
What a bastard.
I know,
He's throwing you off just at that moment.
Well, it's basically just before the big reveal, which I'm pretty sure I know what's going to be anyway.
And
So
it's out today as
Yeah.
we're recording. So if you're a patron today and if you're not yesterday, how long? It's shortish then, I imagine. You got through it quite quick.
yeah, it's pretty sure. Well, the thing is, I'm quite high level now, so it's designed for players
right.
of 15 and above, but I'm level 56, so I'm just kind
Right,
of
so
going
you're 40 levels above.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Dave was so shocked he smacked his microphone.
So in that sense, it's maybe not ideal for people that have. It's maybe for your secondary character, because if you're like me, you've got a few on the go.
Surely the DLC should be
It
for
is
higher
weird that they do
stuff.
that.
It does scale quite a bit, so it does become challenging, I think. But like the lower level like trash mob one.
But there's more
just,
to
like-
it than just a mission, isn't there?
Yes, so there's a little story where basically someone's building robots that they're sending out into the.
I'd love if that was
The
a story.
Commonwealth.
Yeah, someone's building
Yeah,
stuff.
that's basically it.
Okay.
Sorry, before we talk about anything else, can you make Johnny 5?
I mean,
Do you know who Johnny 5 is?
it's that one
Short
from the thing.
circuit.
Yeah.
Wait, so you get this
Yeah,
in the
so
character
you-
creation tool. You can build.
Well, it's not a character. You get like a new like workstation where
Oh,
you
okay,
can
that's
just
quite
build
cool.
robots. And
Oh, okay.
you from like destroying other robots in the wasteland, you can pick up bits of them and learn how to build different bits, and
Okay.
then just stick them all together, kind of however you want, and give them different voices and paint them different colours.
Can you give them like robotic penises?
No.
No. Like in was it Besieged that we played?
That's like that
Yes.
dude that you read the newspaper story about, because I saw you tweet that this
the
morning.
bionic cock.
Wait, context. What are we talking about? What bionic
So
cock?
this guy from Scotland was.
This isn't Fallout, by the way. Now,
No,
in
no,
case
no,
you
this
kind of
is
switched off
this
for
is
a few
real life.
seconds.
Find it.
This guy from Scotland was involved in a car accident when he was very young and
Very
basically-
sad.
very sad, and basically just didn't have a penis.
Lost
Got
his
chopped,
penis.
So lost his penis in the accident.
most of his life,
Right.
and he's recently been given like a bionic penis and lost his virginity at the age of like
how does
44.
that even work? Like,
I
can't use terms.
A
But
fleshy tube was attached to him at a cost of £70,000.
a fleshy tube. I see in my head it was some like metal schlong.
No,
That's
no,
why I
no.
was a bit like.
Yeah,
how
you'd
does-
think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like we've
just
got an
like-
image like sort of a Dalek's.
Is it connected to the relevant parts?
Yes, so
Right.
it functions
Like a normal penis.
like a normal penis.
Right. Okay.
Does it?
Yeah.
Dave's reading the story and being shocked by the details.
Like,
Well-
I mean, it doesn't fuck in the sense that like he has to like.
How do we say it?
I think we should just stop talking about
Well, he used it for the first time with sex worker Charlotte
Okay.
Rose.
sex worker.
Yeah.
She waived her usual £160 an hour fee
Because she's a
and said
humanitarian.
it was a lot of fun.
Why did she waive the fee?
Because it was a lot of fun.
Because she was doing a charitable act for this
That's
man that had
not-
only just got a penis.
Okay.
When I'd love this reaction from a woman. When Charlotte saw it for the first time, she was silent, and I was a bit worried. But then she told me, "It's incredible."
It's quite a sad story, though, really.
It
Isn't
is,
It is,
isn't it?
but-
Yeah. But then Dave tweeted it this morning. And
I've
just
never
put-
been told that, and I've got a real penis.
Dave tweeted it this morning and just captioned it "Deus Sex."
Right. Well, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, moving
Anyway.
on.
Alice, talk about
No,
Fallout. I mean, I
you
got-
can't.
I
You can't put robotic genitalia on
Oh.
robots you build it
Shame.
for, because obviously you can't.
No, but something that looks like it.
What,
No.
banana?
Oh.
Stick a banana on it, like
Oh,
a
anyway.
snowman.
All right.
Anyway, so you build your robot, and then what do you
Yeah,
do?
well, like you can build loads. You can build as many
Okay.
as you have.
Can you send them on errands?
Yeah, well, they're good for like guarding your
Oh, that's good. Settlements.
settlements.
That's cool.
You can take them with you if you want to, and you can build ones that have more carry capacity, so you can.
Can you
like,
level them
sort
up?
of Stuff. No, but you can get like in the same way that you mod your guns and weapons
Yeah.
and stuff. You can add better armor and better weapons and things.
That's pretty good.
You can give them like big chainsaws or like lightning shooty things and stuff. You can pimp them out quite a lot. I painted my one pink.
That's good. And then you just go off and do the mission, I assume, and that's the DLC.
Yeah, so well, the mission is taking down the Mechanist.
The Mechanist.
Yeah.
Right. Is he against robots? Because it sounds like he'd be against mechanical
No.
things.
Well, I don't know. It seems like he built all these robots to save people and protect them in the Commonwealth, but they've gone a bit haywire because there's quite a nice little subplot which is all about the robo brains, which have been.
So is it like the plot of RoboCop?
No.
Where they build that
Sort
one and
of.
it shoots them all in the boardroom.
Like, kind of, I guess. Like, the robo brains have been in all the Fallout, and they're basically robots that are powered by a human brain. And so you go around the facility where they built them and learn about all the horrible experiments they did, and like cutting people's brains out and having to wipe them because they could remember they were humans.
Wow.
And there's loads of
Is that what
logs of
happened to
them, like-
Sean? Does Sean get put in a robot?
No.
You mean the child in Fallout?
Yeah.
You can't just say Sean. It's what we're talking
We're
about.
talking about Fallout.
Yeah, but you need context. It sounded like you were talking about your mate Sean.
They make a synth version. Like, you know what happens to Sean?
I don't know
right?
what happened to Sean. I haven't finished
Hang
it.
on, this is spoil. Whoa.
No, it's not spoilers anymore.
It's been out.
been
It's
out-
spoilers.
No, okay. The first DLC is out now, which
No
means
spoilers
you
about Sean.
Hang on,
No, there's
something
no
about a
such thing as
synth.
spoilers.
Oh, we're talking about
There's no.
synthesizers.
If you wanted to play Fallout that badly, you should
Loads
have
of
played
people.
it by now.
I've been playing it for
It's
months.
a huge
Yeah, well,
game.
if you really wanted to finish it, you would have finished it
Just
by
because
now.
I've got a
Yeah,
knife,
exactly.
Miller.
You didn't believe and you didn't power through.
Listen, we
and
said
now-
this. We said this before we came in. If you wanted to have more spare time, you shouldn't have had a baby.
Also, this is a video game podcast. I'm smacking my hand on the desk. A video game podcast where we're up to date. If you're not up to date, don't
Miller,
get a plate.
your favourite game on the PS4 was like Meat Boy or something.
Yeah, but I don't care about spoilers because
that's not
it's
up to
It's up
date.
to me.
Anyway.
It's up to me to avoid it.
No, that's not what happened to Sean. But you go through, and if you want to, you can read all the logs and be like, "Oh, this is terribly upsetting."
Would you recommend for people that are playing it through still, so they're
Yes.
not like high level yet, that they do this mission and then get a robot companion to go around with them? Is that a good idea?
It's kind of fun. They're not necessarily any. They're as good as you can make them. I
So
guess.
could I make a robot better than like another guy that's in the game?
Maybe. You don't get like any extra benefit because like the other one, the human companions, when you're friends with them, you get extra buffs
Yeah.
and stuff. But you don't get anything from the robots. You should get a robot.
Right.
Can the
You can-
robot? Sorry, but does it fill your companion slot? You can't have a companion and a robot.
Yeah, robot fills you.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Robot fills your slot. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you.
Is it worth it? I guess is the big. How much does it cost?
I think it's
If you don't
$7.99.
have-
seven, yeah, and then
Or-
the season pass is $39.99.
Do you think it's
the
worth
free
£8?
the free passes have been revoked?
Although
now.
some people said that they got it and now they're being pushed out of the season pass as well. Like they had a season pass, but then
Really?
I don't-
Does that happen as
who
well? I
knows?
don't know.
Who knows? But is it worth £8?
I think
basically?
so.
Yeah,
Yeah, it adds
Okay,
quite a lot
that's
to the
good.
game. There's extra little collectibles and stuff, and like new weapons, new stuff. You can wear like because it adds a new group of raiders as well, and they build their own robots and wear robot armor.
Robot
now,
Wars.
Yeah. So now my little my soul survivor has got like a little robot head. It's just put, like a big golf ball thing over her head. It's pretty good.
That sounds alright.
Yeah, it's alright. I think
There
it's
you go.
good.
So more Fallout, because I remember
Yeah.
the Fallout 3 DLC was very hit and miss.
Mm.
I remember one that I can't remember the names of now, but one was excellent, and the next one was like, oh,
Do you remember the Alien one?
that was a good one, right?
Was it?
I can't remember.
I thought it was one of those that was supposed to be a lot better than it was.
Or maybe it's not. All I remember is you go into the hangar and see the UFO. I thought that was good.
Yeah,
Like, I'd have to
dunno.
go back and go through them.
But yeah, I think it's good. There's I think it's quite obvious that like when you speak to the Mechanist at the end, they like take the helmet off and you're supposed to go, oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. But I think it's quite transparent what the twist is going to be. So.
All right. Oh well.
But that's just me.
It's dog meat.
I got to take my car to a mechanist.
You mean a mechanic?
He was doing a joke.
I know, but I was.
You ruined his moment.
Unbelievable.
Got bumper problems.
But yeah, or Automatron is a good
I
DLC.
bring you the food. I've been playing the Division, but we all know that
Everyone's
we
been
talked about
playing the
that before.
Division.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a good game.
What level are you at now?
Well, I haven't actually played it since we played it, but
So what you just said was a lie.
I needed a segue into questions. And you stole that from
Very
me.
quickly, I'll tell you what I was playing briefly last night, and it reminded me of you, Miller.
Yes.
Parappa the Rapper 2.
Why does that? I've never played
Because-
Parappa the Rapper 2.
At the beginning of each level, he goes, I gotta believe! And it was like, hang on, this is Miller's gimmick.
Maybe I stole it from Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah.
I've never played Parappa the Rapper. Is that a game I should play? Am I missing out?
The first,
alright.
the first one's better than the second one, isn't it?
not just the same
They're
game.
so old now, I can't
I
remember.
think I preferred the music, but
Yeah, the lyrics in 2. I don't think I've ever actually played 2 before. Yesterday.
What did you play it on? What were you playing
PS4.
on?
It's
Is it on
one of the
PS4?
PS2
Oh,
classics.
I see.
The lyrics are awful. Like, they don't even make sense half the
Intentionally
time.
so, though, right?
I don't know.
He's a dog, correct?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's fun. Don't get me wrong, it's fun. But he's there just like chopping up onions and
Should
stuff.
we not be more annoyed that they rhymed rapper with rapper? Like parappa.
Parappa the rapper.
The rapper. That is shit. That's like what Avril Lavigne used to do. Avril Lavigne's got a song that actually goes walking down the street looking at my feet. That's a real Avril Lavigne lyric.
That's not the same word with the same word.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, it's
Street
not.
and
It's
feet
bad.
is fine.
No, street and feet's terrible.
What are you expecting?
I don't know. Parappa the...
Because it's not all about like dragons and shit, man.
Yeah, damn right. That's what I'm talking about. I may play it.
Parappa the
but
Dragon.
Dark Chronicle is now out on PS4.
It is.
Finally.
Did you buy it when it was on sale?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'll never ever have the time to play it. But if you like JRPGs where you can play golf at the end of it, then Dark Chronicle, and it's got some like Age of Empires building shit in it as well.
Has it?
What a fantastic
It's on
video
sale
game
at the moment.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Everyone should play Dark. Oh man, so many people would hate Dark Chronicle if they played it. Anyway, or should pimp stuff out. Videogamer.com is a website you can go to. VideogamerTV is a YouTube channel you can go to. What's our Twitter name? Videogamer.com.
Yeah.
You can tweet. You want to ask questions, you can tweet them there. Or, like we mentioned, if you want more podcasts, we want Miller Report or Old Dar or stuff like that, you can go to patreon.com/videogamer.
If you want like proper insight into the games industry and comedy, follow VG Tomo.
Oh, right. I was wondering what you were going to go with. I thought you were going to pimp your
I thought
football
you said
manager.
follow
I'm about to
VG
talk about that
_Dave.
briefly.
Okay.
I'm currently working on.
It sounds like you're writing a
It's
book.
got a working title. I'm not sure if
No,
it's
wait.
called.
What's the title? I don't know the title.
I'm not sure if it's
It
like
better be SEO'd up to the nines.
Tom Ori Football Manager,
Right, so no, who's the other
Or-
one?
My Life as a Football Manager, or just Football Manager,
This one.
the series.
These are quite boring.
But I've currently got 1 minute 18 seconds.
Oh, really?
Of
Okay.
footage.
How much have you got to edit down? About an
Well-
hour, I guess.
Wait, you're editing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tom's moving into the world of video. I don't know why, but
I've
like it.
I've already had one successful critically acclaimed video.
He made the Bloodborne Part 5
That was
teaser
my
trailer.
favourite.
It's a bit
so
like watching interpretive dance. That's what it's very
None of the
watchable.
fonts he uses are the same in any of it.
It has a charm, though, doesn't it?
It is
So the
good.
Football Manager series, I've kind of. Well, I'll give you a bit of a spoiler. It's quite dull.
No, it's not dull. You just need to warm up to it. That's all. There's a difference.
It's
The first minute,
I'd say it's a
I've just-
niche interest.
The first minute is
Yeah.
just me making my character.
But
You
that's
never
what people
see in
like.
the game.
But that's what people like. They like that stuff. Tom Ori's Football Manager Extraordinaire playthrough coming. You're not going to back out of this, are you? Going to?
No, I think I may give the patrons a look first, and then
I
if
like
they
it.
all go,
Hedging your
it's
bets.
wonderful,
Well,
then
I
let everyone
wouldn't-
see it. If they all say this is a bit shit and boring, I'll probably do it again.
Start again.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want? You should do it with Milbob. How about that?
No.
No. Right. Okay. Callum Harker at Cal Harker says, "Do you think that difficulty level should be more open to modification, like PC graphics settings are?" I totally agree with him.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, have
like
like a
tweaking
slider
everything?
instead of.
I think didn't
Boss
Bethesda
fights,
games used to
easy.
do that? They literally had like super easy, very easy, kind of easy,
Yeah, yeah,
medium, kind of medium, super medium, hardcore.
But that's just like
That's just an
more
overall
options.
setting, right?
I thought he meant like how much damage a gun does.
I think we should. I'd love that because I could put everything on. Let me walk through the game.
No.
Sometimes you
Most of
just
the time,
want.
easy's like that anyway, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but still, I'd like. I don't think that's the worst. If it
I
didn't
played
take
Mass
too-
Effect on easy, and it's just like walking. You just walk through and just keep firing. There's literally no challenge.
Some
But I
easy
did like
games aren't there?
sometimes that's what you want. You would like.
No, I did deliberately because I wanted to get through to play the better game. But I
Effect
never
2.
played Mass Effect 2, so it was
But
a
you
waste
do,
of time.
you do feel like, even though it's
Unbelievable.
easy, you do kind of sometimes it does make you feel like a bit more of a badass because you're just like fucking blowing people away.
Yeah.
I think that would be a very good idea if it didn't require too much effort on the developer's part.
Surely
I
it
should
would
be
damage
That
all
would
the
be the
balancing.
issue, wouldn't it? Like
Yeah.
if they can be asked.
There's
This
a
is
lot.
like, Need for Speed. Let's make them do the handling. They can customise their handling. And then you play it and it's like, well, hang on. I mean, I'm not as good at customising handling as a video game studio is.
Yeah, but as long as they still offer you a good handling model to begin
Yeah, but
with.
you
though.
never know what to pick
Yeah.
with Need for Speed. Like, what is the best way to play that game?
Yeah, but
I don't know.
handling's a bit different from difficulty though, because you kind of know what you want from
exactly the
difficulty. No, it's not because what is, you can't just make and noises, Dave. Because with handling, is that you say you don't know what a good handling model is, but when you're a difficulty, you know whether you want it to be super easy or super hard. So the more options you've got, the better.
Yeah.
That was the day I started starting games on normal difficulty was the day that I felt like I got good at games. I was about 17.
Really?
And I was like,
I don't never play
I
on
do
normal
this.
anymore. I just stick everything on easy. That's why I don't mind that Star Fox got the invincibility mode.
I don't
Good.
get why people are pissed because you
Just
don't have to play it.
Don't click it. Just don't ignore it. Put some paper on your screen to cover up the option. I don't understand
It's
what the
almost like,
problem is.
but they're going to see all the game without actually bothering to play
Yeah,
it.
who
Like
cares?
me.
It doesn't affect them at all.
I know.
I don't understand.
I agree
think-
with you on that one, yeah.
I think all games should have an invincibility mode. Think of that. I actually think that. I think you should
I
be
don't
able to
know,
play a
people
game
always-
any way that you want.
I don't want more people to like the thing I like. I thought people liking the same thing as you was good. I really like video games. I'd love to share that with everyone else.
Your mum can play Star
Yeah.
Fox. I mean, she shouldn't. Looks terrible. But your mum can. No, that actually looks all right. But your mum can play it. She can't play Hitman. Maybe she can. I don't know.
You
Yeah,
probably play
yeah.
Diablo. Diablo 3 is good for easy mode.
Yeah, the,
I
joy, the
barely,
joy
I
I
barely
get.
died, and I just walked through the
That's
game,
looting, isn't it?
obliterating
Yeah.
Oh
everything.
yeah. Diablo's great though. I like it.
I'm going to skip to the last question now because I mentioned Hitman. We'll do the rest as well. Spummy Do. Yep.
Oh.
Says, what do you think of the Hitman schedule already being behind itself
Oh,
before
no.
episode
Don't-
2
you've
is
set
even
him off.
released? Who?
You've
Dave?
set Dave off
Good.
now.
This is what I want. I want passion, Dave.
What do you want me to say?
Are you happy or sad?
About what? What is the question?
What do you think of the Hitman schedule already being behind itself before episode 2
it's
is even
not-
released?
I mean, the episodes aren't behind themselves. Episode 2 is still on track for next month.
It's
which
the
is what they've said.
contracts, whatever
It's
they're
the
called.
elusive targets.
That's the one.
Which is the an element of their live content, which is what they've pushed this game on. Oh, we're gonna
So confusing.
we're gonna roll the episodes out, and then you'll
I
have
don't-
more stuff to do in between with the live content.
I don't understand.
And now
any
that
of
stuff's
it.
not coming out until the next episode's coming out.
I'm just gonna let you guys deal with it. I just don't like.
It is bad. I think if you're going to go with this model, you've got to have it locked in and ready to roll.
It's
You
just
can't
been the
make-
story of this game. Delay, delay, delay. And I know they want to sort of communicate it however suits them best, but I don't really have much.
When's it all finished? When's it all wrap up? Episode
the end
7.
of this year?
The end. So we don't know rough. We don't know when.
I don't know.
Just
All we
the
know is
end.
there will be 7 episodes throughout 2016, but they're releasing each month, so
Yeah,
it would sort
one
of,
a month,
it
yeah.
sort of pins it on November. I think the
Right.
final one coming out,
And then it comes out on disc in early next year.
January next year. I think.
It's a very strange release model. I really don't think when you've already got criticism for how you're doing it, you can then.
I think it's a
have
good.
stuff
I think
delayed.
it's a good model in terms of them getting coverage, because every time we're going to cover that game again, like every month we're going to cover that. Mainly because Burns works here, and he's just desperate to cover it all the time.
He
does
loves it,
love
doesn't
it,
he?
yeah.
But it works in that sense because normally you'd get like a big wave of coverage for a game and then
Yeah,
you
that's true.
drop it. But this time they get pretty much the same coverage if they launch a new Hitman game every month, because we're going to cover it, review it, etc. So I think that works. It's just
Yeah, but on the
whether
other
or not people
side,
want that, I don't know.
they've gone in with people going, "Oh, I don't like this model," and now, "Oh, you're delaying stuff." Like, so it doesn't really do much favours, does it? I know people are talking about it, but the conversation doesn't seem to be particularly positive, other than the fact that the game is good. And that's what's so frustrating, because the game is very good. It doesn't feel quite ready to me, but
Well, that's
I
the
don't
problem,
know.
I guess.
yeah, it just seems to be the story of this release, that bits keep being delayed, and, you know, will it all be out by the end of the year? I'm not convinced. We'll
You're not
see.
convinced? You think you may miss its 7 big things?
Well, they've delayed everything up till now, haven't they? All the
Wow.
key things seem to have been pushed back beyond where they were originally.
We'll see, Dave. What's the next one? What's the next map that comes out?
Sapienza,
Sapienza.
out next month. Italy.
Maybe. Matty, this is for you, Dave. Matty Shoestring says, is Scammell's goodness and charm personified? No, sorry. Is Scammell goodness and charm personified?
Oh,
Or is
No.
it just a clever ruse that allows him to feast on the souls of mortals?
Fucking
oh,
hell.
wow.
Now, this is the
Got
kind
a
of
bit
stuff we get
dark,
asked.
didn't it?
None of that's been edited. That's copied and pasted directly from Twitter.
I mean, it's not really one for me to answer, is
I
it?
think you're the only person that can answer it. Are
Well,
you
I don't
feasting
like-
on the souls of mortals?
Huh? No. I mean, I'm not a vegetarian. I do like a McDonald's, so technically I'm feasting on a mortal cow at times.
Well, yes, the cow's definitely mortal because you're eating it.
Yeah, that's
so,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't think that makes me... Does that make me evil?
I don't think the question is about whether eating a cow makes you evil.
Oh.
You should.
I think David's very nice. David Scammell, I've said before, I think it's like he has no filter, so he just
That
says
is
things.
true, yes.
But
Oh.
everything in your head is just nice. So it doesn't
Aw.
matter that you don't have a filter. You just say nice, if slightly
Oh,
odd things all the
I really
time.
want to say something. I'm not going to say.
How come we get in so much trouble with games publishers then?
Well,
If all
I
he says
mean-
is nice.
What do you mean?
No, let's move
It's a
on.
joke.
I've never got us in trouble with anyone.
I still think we should
Maybe I
do
have. I don't know.
the David Scammell character hour.
I mean,
So many accents.
Oh,
well, yeah, I mean, there's that. And he does come out with stuff about robotic
Christmas Eve.
penises and stuff, but it's generally, it's not
It's all good.
not malevolent.
Dan Mills at Millsingworth. Are any of you excited about cross-platform online play?
No.
I presume you mean so. Have Sony agreed to this, though?
No.
I got to say, I thought, because why would they? I mean, it helps Microsoft.
It's classic,
It doesn't
though,
help
but
Sony.
because it's Sony. Everyone's like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If Microsoft had said, no, screw you, we're not going to do that.
I don't think
I
so.
mean, that
I'm
wasn't
mad.
the official wording that Sony
No.
used.
But essentially, they dodged it. And
Yeah, but I agree with them because it doesn't help Sony. Why would you open your servers?
I think in terms of if we were to pick things that we'd like to see in gaming, it would be cool if you could play with your friends who didn't have a PS4 but they had an Xbox and you wanted to play Destiny, for example, and you all could play together. That'd be great, but it doesn't seem that likely.
It helps Microsoft because Microsoft need a leg up at the moment, but Sony don't. Sony are in the lead. If you're winning, you don't need to.
I was thinking about this while having a shower this morning, right?
Good. The time to think about it.
Why haven't we got to that point? Right. So the reason that digital libraries have really taken off, like iTunes and all that kind of stuff, is it's the music. Every sort of music is available on that platform. I'm not going to explain this very well, but I know what I want to say in my
That's
head.
fine.
Right.
Right. Let's say I want to buy Star Wars Battlefront.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I buy a license for Star Wars Battlefront
Oh, and have it
that
on
allows me
everything.
to play it on whatever platform
That
I
isn't-
choose?
think
That isn't
that's-
how iTunes works, though, is it?
I know what he means, though. He means
No,
if you want
but-
no, you mean if you want to listen to Taylor Swift.
No, but you get the MP3, right? And
yeah,
you can
listen to it on
Do
iTunes
you?
or Spotify, or that's what he means. The song is
But
available.
that would be good, but that isn't how anything works in media, though, is it?
I don't know.
Like films, I had some credit at Amazon, so I bought a film digitally on Amazon, but that's only on Amazon. I
No,
can't
but
watch
like-
it anywhere else.
All right, okay. All right, let's twist it a little bit. I've got Netflix, but I can watch it on any device that I have.
Yeah.
Why don't I have a Ubisoft subscription that lets me play Ubisoft's games on whatever device I have?
I think there's an argument to be had that
Yeah.
could be a way that future content gets delivered.
But that's kind of what Sony were trying to do, I assume, with stuff like Now TV, not Now TV,
PlayStation Now.
where they've got it. You can play it
But
on
again,
your
that's limited to
your
PlayStation
TV.
consoles.
yeah. But I don't think it's. I
And
think that's pretty
to
much.
devices.
I think that is how it's going to be for a long time.
The answer is money. That's why.
Obviously.
But I think the world you have just painted is a lovely one. And I would like that because that way it's your content. You should be able to do what you want with it.
Sometimes I stay in the shower a bit too long sometimes thinking about these
We all
things.
do that sometimes.
Yeah, that was this morning's.
Right, yeah.
Internal
it's-
debate.
It's an exciting thing to think about.
Yeah.
Pete's sake. Okay, but I'm not surprised that. I mean, why would Sony? Why would they do it? What would they get out of it? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely.
Why haven't Sony allowed EA access? Or I assume it's to do with Sony's policies. I don't know, but maybe EA just has a deal with Microsoft.
Yeah.
Maybe they feel like they make more money. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. How well is it doing on Xbox
I
One?
think it's doing better than they've made out. It's doing better than they expected it
Yeah.
to
Still
do, right?
20 quid a year or something stupid.
yeah.
Yeah,
20 quid a year. 20 quid a year.
yeah.
Insane. Evil Tintin. Oh, he's been on before. Hello, Evil Tintin.
All right.
With the release of Bully on PS4, do you think Rockstar will announce anything this year?
I think
Big question. Big prediction time.
I probably yes, but I probably said the same thing every year. And whenever that question is asked, do you think Rockstar would announce something this year? I'll probably always say yes, but it isn't often yes.
I don't think Bully coming out will
I don't think that's
affect it either way.
No, but it feels like they are due to say
Yeah, exactly.
something.
That like announce sort of like
but
tease.
They
something.
don't seem to operate like anyone else, so they just like I remember when GTA 5 trailer was announced. It was like an event in itself. They could wait 2 more years.
Justified
They'd be
though,
fine.
isn't it? People go
Yeah.
nuts, they get all excited. So why share your limelight with anybody else when you don't need
It
to?
feels like something has to be soon, but we could just be completely wrong. Could be 2 years away.
Red Dead 2.
Red Dead 2
Oh,
That's
plus
what I want.
a
I would
remastered
love Red Dead 2.
Red Dead with some of the tech used for the updated engine for Red Dead 2. That's my prediction.
Actually, before we get it everywhere, because this is what we're going to get now, it's not Red Dead 2, it's Red Dead 3. Fuck off. Right.
Wow.
That's what I want, though. I don't want GTA. I don't want...
I think I prefer a new Max Payne.
I don't think you're getting that.
Well,
the
that's
last
what
we
I
say
want.
this every podcast. Max Payne 3 was really good.
Max
It was
Payne 3
brilliant.
was an excellent video game.
Rockstar games. I'm drawing a blank.
Midnight
GTA,
Club.
Well, that's
It's not going to be Midnight Club.
It's
is it?
GTA or Red Dead, really, isn't it? I mean,
Well, it's not going to be a new GTA. There might be single player DLC for GTA.
I'd be up for that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe Agent's still being developed, by the way. Just
Is
for the record.
it?
Is it?
Yeah, never been cancelled. Never officially been. The last thing they said was it's still being developed. I mean, it's not, I don't think. But apparently that's still a thing that's happening.
Oh, good.
So, yeah.
I can't wait.
Really?
No. What even is it?
That little bit's
Cold
going to appear
War
on
game,
some
wasn't
website's going to cover that now. Simon Miller
Off
has
the Miller
confirmed-
report.
No, we'll do that. It's a joke in itself. No, that's not what I said. I said the last time, as I'm aware, they said that Agent was
They?
still in
Who were
development.
they, Miller?
Rockstar.
Johnny
Right.
Cullen.
Was this in a conversation with you?
What?
He loves talking about. He loves talking about Agent, doesn't he?
Oh, does he? Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that. I read it on a website ages ago. I can't remember. Well, I don't. Jeez, Tom, look at you like running me down, running me off the road in your Chevrolet.
I'm just covering your back, Miller.
Oh, jeez. Well, that's kind of it. That's kind of the end of the. It's kind of a shorter episode of the
Oh,
podcast.
blimey, wow. I was only just warming up.
Today, well, we've got the Patreon bit coming up, so you can pay $5 and hear us talk nonsense in there as well.
Yeah.
But had a big day. I can't talk. Had a big day today. Time kind of got away from us. So that's life.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
happens sometimes. Alice has got to go play more Fallout. Dave, you got to read about your biotic penis, and Tom's got to work on this
It's
football
not
manager
mine.
video.
Not my.
Do I know? Your
Let's
friends.
not get into it.
No,
but-
But if you could, would you?
Sorry?
If you could swap it out.
For a bionic one?
Yeah, like a better one.
What would it offer me that my current one doesn't?
Nothing, but it's obviously can go.
A gimmick.
Yeah, it's a gimmick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would,
Like, you know,
What do
like
you mean it
Deus-
can go?
Like
What does
Deus
that
Ex.
mean?
No idea what I
Like,
mean,
you
to be
just
honest.
get a better version, but it's like a bionic one.
would it be obvious that it was bionic?
Oh, I would assume so. Like,
Do you know what? I want to mention a game before we wrap up. Because the Doom multiplayer trailer came out.
oh yeah.
Oh,
And
you
I
seem
think-
well
I
into
think
that, didn't
Doom
you?
looks well good. I'm well up for Doom.
Yeah.
I think it looks excellent. Who is making it?
Id.
Id.
It is actually, but
Yeah.
it's not real id, is it?
Well,
It's
it
like
is.
revamped id.
It's still Id.
No, but it's not.
They don't have
id.
Carmack anymore, do
No,
they?
exactly.
But,
Well,
Like
he
how,
was more
how
engine,
Atomic
wasn't
Kitten
he?
isn't any of the original Atomic Kittens.
Is there
but
actually a
still
new
called
Atomic Kitten?
I don't know.
Atomic
Kitten.
Kitten's
I
great.
don't know.
Atomic
Sugar
Kitten's
Babes,
making
they all
Doom.
like-
There you go. That's the headline.
No, I watched that trailer and I was like, man, Doom just looks like exactly what I want from a shooting
It's like
game.
Quake 3.
It looks like brutal Halo. It looks just like
I
Halo.
thought the multiplayer trailer, I was like, this looks like what I remember Halo being like.
It's like
I-
modern Halo.
Yeah.
It just looks like that, but with less blood.
It
Oh, you mean
looks
Halo's got
faster
less
than
blood?
Halo.
Doom's got
Yeah,
more blood. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It does look faster than Halo. I think it looks really good. I'm very excited. It's got some game where you just freeze people in it and then blow them up into smithereens. I'm all right with it.
Fair
All right.
enough.
And on that note, if you would like to listen to more podcasts, $5 at VideoGamer. No, at patreon.com/VideoGamer. And you get more of this. And remember, all the Miller Report stuff we chatted about. Any money you put in there, a few Miller Reports, old Dars, Mill Bobs, Tam McLeish.
Winesworth.
Now, I wouldn't count too much on Jared Winesworth videos
He's part of the
anytime soon.
universe.
Yeah, but if you don't...
Where's Scammel Jamel these days? I don't know. Or Yogurt Dave, as people
Yogurt
seem
Dave
to
Yogurt
is a
Dave
humour.
isn't Yogurt Dave is you eating a yogurt. We've said this before, right? I'm putting my foot down about this.
I've
'Cause people tweet about it all the
I've
time.
just-
Yogurt Dave is not a separate character.
Loading Bar is celebrating Yogurt Dave with its very own yogurt drinks.
Celebrate Yogurt Dave.
Why is it
25th
called the
anniversary.
Miller Punch Corner if it's celebrating Yogurt Dave?
Every yogurt celebrating Yogurt Dave.
It's
the
Miller
Miller
Punch,
Punch.
right?
I've just had the best idea as well. Like we said all this, all the characters. It's just be Brian Krantz videos all the fucking time, and everyone gets so fucking mad. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to the Video Gamer UK podcast. If you don't know, we land every Wednesday. In case you've just randomly stumbled across us, so come and say hello. I've been Simon Miller, and I was joined by Alice Bell,
Hello.
David Scammell,
Goodbye.
Tom Sorry.
Good night.
I might be a dad one day.
Do you want to be a dad, Dave?
Is this on the record?
Yeah, it is now. Yeah.
Yeah, one day, yeah. Can you imagine it, though?
Can I imagine being... I don't need to. I got Tom Ori here to tell me all of his dad stories.
Yeah, tell us a dad story, Tom.
Oh my god.
A dad story.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment,
Have you ever been to Toys R Us?
yeah, but it's not like You can do that without
But
being
I've
a
been to
dad.
Toys R
You go to
Us.
Toys R Us more than me, and you're not a dad, so that doesn't really mean anything.
All right, so all
At
right.
the
I
moment,
don't go with a child.
I'll give you an
though.
insight into my life, a small insight, because I don't really like talking about my life outside of work.
No, it's true.
He- At the moment, he's been taught to say the words, "Daddy's a meanie,"
Who taught him that?
someone. And now
Okay.
every time he sees me, like come in from work, it's like, "Hi Jacob, how are you?" "Daddy's a meanie."
Oh, it's mean, isn't it?
I wouldn't
Sad,
like
man.
that.
No.
But it's,
should
because
tell him,
he's a small
actually,
child,
son.
it's kind of funny.
See, I would say that anything you can do having a child, you can do without a child better.
I tell you what a child did the other day that had me in tears of laughter. I was in the supermarket. I was buying my weekly groceries, and I left my basket on the floor to get something down one of the aisles because it's busy. I was like, I don't need to do it. Kid just ran up to it, picked up my cashew nuts, ran off. His mum said, "Come back." He turned around and went, "Nah." I had to go get more cashew nuts. I was like, all right.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, you
Fuck
take.
this cashew.
Yeah, just ran off with it. This little kid with a big grin on his face. I kind of respected it. I was like,
Talking of going grocery shopping, I will.
oh, this is a story. I am ready for
Oh
this.
no! I was just going to say. I remember our little trip to the German
Oh, yeah.
mini mart,
That was
whatever
great.
it
Like
was.
3 a.m. or something ridiculous.
It was both fantastic and awful at the same time.
games.
I hated
Gamescom.
going shopping for stuff at Gamescom.
Did you?
I hated it.
Would you like
Why?
to say why, Tom?
Was that why? Right, okay. I mean, we're not
I
going to
just
say
hated
why.
it.
Yeah,
It was like
we all hate it.
felt like my life was ending.
Do you remember the special eggs?
I remember the special eggs.
You like, we've got to go to a supermarket 3 a.m. because I need some eggs. Was
No, I
that-
wasn't like that. I wouldn't do that at all. I went for the trip, but I wasn't leading said charge.
I was told it was about 30 seconds away, and it ended up being about 30 minutes away.
It wasn't that far. In your head, it did seem that far because it was the longest trip of all time, but it wasn't. It wasn't that far away. We're not going to Gamescom this year.
Is that?
Patrons care about
are we
that.
saying that now?
Well, we're not planning to. We're going to E3. We decided to pick one. We've picked E3 instead of Gamescom. I don't know whether that's a good idea or not because everyone's pulling out of E3 now. So it's a bit like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Activision's gone. EA's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Well, they're still there
Somebody-
that week, but they're not at.
Somebody
E3.
better take EA's slot, especially EA's like space in the South Hall or
Bit like
whatever.
Wargaming or something.
Is massive, but it's massive. It would feel really
Riot.
weird. Riot Games, yeah.
You're just going to see League of Legends, Miller. That's all you're doing.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine they tried to explain League of Legends to me? I'd be like, what is this shit? I don't understand
You
it.
can meet Nellis.
My big brother
Yeah.
used to properly have a sort of almost an addiction to League of Legends. He was like, I have to
Is
play.
this the same brother as the fish?
No, different. I have
Wait,
two brothers.
is this the same brother as the fish? I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
I must have. I'm sure I've told the fish story.
Maybe your brother's a fish?
Maybe Jim was in.
Maybe. Well,
the
my
hot seat.
little brother has tropical fish, and one of them died. So he's 23 years old. So he put 24 now, nearly. He put the fish in the freezer because he was intending to give it a Viking burial on a small longboat that he'd been set on fire.
I mean, it's different, but it's okay. But the
But-
way that Dave said it
Well,
made
no,
it sound
but
like your
then-
brother was a fish.
But he forgot to do that, and so it was just in the freezer for months
Okay,
and
that's-
months.
like he's some kind of
And then
fish serial killer.
And then my mum found it because she went to cook some frozen peas, and the fish was just under there, wrapped in some cling film.
Jeez.
And then it got accidentally left out this Christmas and defrosted, and so I did a FaceTime call with my family at Christmas to be like, "How are you?" And it was just my little brother holding his dead half defrosted fish, which
There you go.
he then made them put back in the freezer because he still wants to give it a Viking.
How
burial
long has
at
it been
some
in the
point.
freezer?
Probably like a good year at this point. At
Wow.
least.
I
That
would have
fridge
said
got
He
my
was just like,
family.
no,
I'd have said
I-
my goodbyes by now, I think.
He was like, I
I'd-
still want to give it a Viking burial. I just need a longbow.
No,
Just, well, we all need a longbow.
yeah.
I don't know why. That just reminded me of the time that my sister opened the freezer and I went, lick it. And she licked it and got her tongue caught to it. That was bad. That was bad. Have you ever seen a tongue when you have to
There's
peel it
blood,
off?
isn't there?
Oh
Like-
my gosh, if I can send you nuts. It is horrendous.
What do you mean?
It rips the skin off the top of the tongue.
And your tongue's it's like full of a lot of blood vessels.
Yeah, so it
and
literally
stuff,
just like
blood
pours
everywhere.
out. Like, it pours out like someone has shot you in the face. It is unbelievable.
Did you get into trouble for this?
No, she shouldn't have done it. So the time we were at Marks and Spencer's, and I was at the fire doors. I went, Rachel, watch this, and I kind of like, it's like the metal pressurized point. So you have
Yeah.
to really
Yeah.
push it in, and I kind of just push it in a bit. And she went, "How did you do that?" I said, "Magic." She just went, "Wah." She ran through the door, set the fire alarm off, got in Marks and Spencer evacuated. I was like, "You're an idiot, Rachel."
Wow.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, there you go. It was her birthday yesterday. We just listened to this. That's pointless. She's in Barbados. How is that even a thing?
I mean,
What do
people
you
do go
mean?
to
People, yeah,
Barbados.
but
What do you mean?
Barbados is a place.
Yeah,
that
but
you
it costs
can
like
go.
loads of money. She doesn't have any money. How has
Does
she
it?
got there?
Does it cost a lot?
Yeah, Barbados loads of money.
Is
mate.
it?
Some people prioritise saving for holidays, don't they?
No, don't want to do that. I want to save for holiday. What's opinions on holidays? That's all I've got. That's all I've got to talk about. I think anything else.
We like save up to go on like a good holiday rather
Yeah.
than going on like shitty ones every year.
That
So
makes
we're
sense.
going to the west coast of America for 2 weeks.
Are
That is
you?
very cool. Where are you going?
We're going for Comic-Con because we've got tickets to
Wow,
Comic-Con.
that's even better. That's a great trip.
San Diego?
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con.
Are you going to the Sonic thing?
What?
Sonic thing?
Is it called Sonic Thing?
In July? You going in July?
What? Yeah, what?
David's actually recoiling in his chair with like shock.
You got to go to the Sonic thing?
What's the Sonic Thing?
Yeah, you
They're
can't.
going to announce a new game. Well, that's what they've made out.
Well,
Don't go.
we're flying into Vegas, and we've got like 3 days in Vegas. Then we're going to San Diego for about 5 days because we're going to Comic Con for Friday and
Sonic
Sunday. Oh no, sorry, Thursday and Sunday because Friday and Saturday go really fast, and Thursday and Sunday will be shit days, but still going. And then we're going to San Francisco.
That's cool.
Thursdays and Sundays go really fast.
No, Fridays and Saturdays tickets go really fast.
Oh,
So
I
when
thought you meant like
yeah, so
literally
when-
it's like
Whoa, where'd it
2
go?
hours less in a day or something.
The process for like getting tickets for Comic Con is really complicated. You have to like sign up for a code, and then they give you a code and you log in.
It's demand.
And
Shite.
then on the day they email you like an hour before saying tickets are going to start going live in an hour. So then you log in to the little
Jeez.
waiting room, and then they start randomly pulling through people from the groups from the waiting room. And
That's
then and you
insane.
keep getting little updates saying like all the Saturday tickets have gone, all the Friday tickets have gone.
Then you just get one big finger saying, you missed out.
Yeah,
No.
fuck you.
This
Jeez.
is like when I
Tickets.
tried to book tickets for Busted.
For you, did you want to see
Didn't
Busted?
happen in the end.
Couldn't get it sold out too quick.
Yeah.
I would go and
gave
see
up.
Busted.
Yeah.
I wanted to go and see McBusted.
Oh my gosh. And you have a go at me about my music. And you wanted to go to see McBusted. There's like 12 of them. All playing guitar. It doesn't make any sense. It's absolutely illogical.
Talking of days going fast, the clocks go forwards this weekend.
On Sunday they do.
I
or
can't
Saturday
believe
and
it.
Sunday. Why?
I'm going to lose an hour.
Well, just go
That's
to bed
not-
an hour early.
yeah,
and
it's
then
not
Doesn't
how
work
it
like that.
works.
Doesn't really
Like-
affect you though, Dave. Does it? What's the problem?
Dave, time
I mean,
is,
it does. I literally,
No,
it's
it
like
doesn't.
quantum break.
No.
It's just suddenly gone.
Time is man-made. It's not real. It doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
people are saying like we should stop doing the hour
Yeah,
forward, hour
it
back
doesn't
thing.
make a
'cause what's the
difference.
point?
What do you mean? What do you mean time doesn't
Well, time
exist?
that we invented time. So in the middle of the night,
No,
time
no,
doesn't
no, no,
shift
no.
forward an hour. Like the sun doesn't go and like go really fast. So you don't lose an hour. Time is irrelevant. It's not a real thing. It's
So
a
can I
concept.
just go by my own time? If
No.
Tom says to me, you got to be in
No.
for 9.
No, you
Could I
can't-
just turn up
no.
when I
No.
believe 9 is?
Well, you can do, but that's not. You're not going to lose an hour. You still in control of that day.
Yeah, the day is still 24 hours
yeah,
long.
you still
Well,
control.
it's not
what
though,
you
is
do.
it? It's 23 that
No,
day.
it's not. That's not Dave. I know you're doing this on purpose. You know.
No, it is though.
No, if you
No,
go to
it's
bed an
not.
hour earlier, then it's exactly the same.
No.
Or
It
you get
can't
up an
be.
hour earlier.
It can't be the same length.
But we made up time. Time doesn't exist.
Right, so you've got... Right, hang
You
on.
are right in a way, Dave.
No,
It's
he's
only
not.
20
He's not right.
Don't
It is.
tell him
On
that.
Sunday, there will only be 23 hours.
No, there
No,
won't.
no, there won't.
There's 24 hours.
No,
No.
he is right.
No, don't tell him that.
He
It's not
is.
because we made up time. Time
I know,
doesn't.
but if you go just by the clock, there is only that you do lose that hour.
But
So
the
he
day
is
isn't
right.
any
Yeah, the
shorter.
day- so you can still control that
But
time.
we are being forced to have it.
No,
as
you're
short
not
a day.
being forced because you
We
control
are, because
how
we
we
live our lives by the time of
there
the
is
clock.
still the same amount
Yeah,
of
if
time
you go to
in
bed
that
an hour
day.
earlier, you don't lose
Yeah, but
any
he's
time.
not going to do that, is he? Let's face
I
it.
would lose an hour by going to bed an hour earlier.
Because you get up an hour earlier, so it's the
hell.
same.
No, but then I lose it at the front rather than the back.
I was trying. We were trying to explain.
My life dictated by clocks. It's unbelievable.
We were trying to explain currency exchange to my friend at school. We were like 15, 16. So he was going on holiday to America, and we were saying that okay, so this okay, so if you have a pound, you'll have like $2 or whatever, and
Yeah.
things like that. And he was like, oh, so I've got more money. And we're like, no,
Oh,
it's,
God.
it's the same. It's just. But, and he was like, no, because that's 2. Like 2 is more than 1. And we were like,
Yeah, but a dollar's not worth the same as a pound.
yeah, and he wouldn't get it.
To be fair, I don't understand photography, so I can't say anything.
That's true, though.
Photography scares the shit out of me. Doesn't make sense. How do you capture life? Doesn't make any sense.
That's a more complicated thing than money conversion. Though,
Quantum
isn't it?
break has
True.
taught me a lot about time.
Go
And
on.
Well, I can't really say because
Embargoes.
it's a key point to the game.
I bet
But-
it's
Oh,
not.
really?
I bet
Okay.
it's not
Well,
taught
it's
you
a bad
as
time.
much as you
It's a
think.
bad time, Miller.
No, but I didn't think. I just thought that would be a gameplay mechanic. I didn't think it would actually
No, it's
tie
all
into.
about time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. I'm playing.
So it's made me think.
Yeah, that Donnie Darko film. That's incredible, isn't it?
That, I did like that, but I haven't watched it since I was about 17.
I didn't like Donnie Darko. I thought it was. I'd hate it now.
Maybe I liked it because I was the right age for it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think that's
Probably.
probably very
It's
true.
very emo with the rabbit and stuff like
Can
that.
you imagine me as an emo?
No.
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 You'd always be a happy chap, Dave. Happy chap, Dave. Okay.
Did you have a phase when you were young, or were you always just a regular person?
I think I'm still going through it.
Have you adjusted to your birthday now? You're right with it?
No,
No.
just don't remind me.
Okay,
I
sorry.
don't-
Okay, well, on that note.
I've gone very grey. Have you seen it?
Oh, don't talk to me about being grey.
There's
I'm
patch-
bald and grey.
Honestly, there's patches all up the back.
No, there's not.
Yeah,
look
there
down,
is.
look down, look down. Let me see. It's not noticeable from here, so it doesn't count.
I'd say it all the time because Jim's going grey as well. Like grey is a good look on a man.
Jim,
my Jim is
your
my
Jim,
husband.
not
Just
Trinker.
smashing his microphone.
Yeah, sorry, it's this bloody pop shield.
It's weird banging from nowhere.
The sound of going grey. As
dear.
time passes,
I went grey at 16.
quicker.
Think of that. 16, I went grey.
That is unfortunate.
I lost my hair at 26, so count yourself lucky, David Scammell. All right. Thank you very much for being Video Gamer patrons. Remember, your community club night is on
They've learned so much about time and our lives.
19th of April, 15th of April.
What?
What's the
Hang on, what's
Friday?
this?
The community club night.
This is different to the awards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, right. The awards, the tickets are sold out. So either coming or not coming. That's Wednesday the 6th at Soho Theatre, London.
That's sooner
And
than I
then
think.
7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. 13th. So it is the 15th or the 16th. Whatever
I'm
Friday
sure- I'm
around
sure he's
there.
a
People
15th
that
the
are
other
coming
day.
know the details.
I know, but I'm just reminding them. You're all down now. You've all got emails and
What's
stuff.
the
It's
dress
about-
code? That's all I see tweeted at us.
For what?
For the award ceremony.
Yeah.
Or the,
Just
whatever you want.
Just
It's a
like
joke.
you going to the cinema.
Smart,
This
casual,
is
and
the-
animal onesies.
The flipping award ceremony is in demand now, and it's got a buzz about it. I'm like, no, it's a joke. I fucking hate the fact this is
Can I
happening.
come well dressed up with a perm?
Yes.
you want.
Oof. Well, yeah, why not do
I'm
it?
going to wear a ball gown.
Okay, done. We can all look forward to that if you're coming. Thank you very much for being patrons, and we'll see you in a week.